And how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news. Today I have a pretty exciting Trademark update relating to the release date for Starfield. These updates come like twice a year, and they do 100% indicate Bethesda Game Studios' target release date window for Starfield. In fact, you could use this kind of information to kind of deduce what the release date for any game that has yet to be released would most likely be. And those of you who are familiar with all my previous videos on the channel like this, you are gonna no doubt know how all of this works, but don't worry, I'll go ahead and give a very brief and quick summary for those that aren't as in the know about these trademark processes before I get to the new update in today's video. And I want to make a little personal announcement real quick. I have been having a lot of anxiety lately. I don't know what triggers it. It legit just comes out of nowhere, even if nothing is wrong, and I've been having a lot of panic attacks lately, including while working on and recording the audio for this video. So if my audio isn't 100% up to par, I deeply apologize and you deserve better from me. I'm trying to work through the anxiety because the content must go on, and this is not only my passion, it's my job, and I don't really get to take days off because my body is freaking out for unknown reasons. But either way, you don't want to hear about all that. Let's get to the information regarding Starfield, because as always, I'm going to be recording my screen. That way you can see that my bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0%, and that way you can have all the links and stuff to verify all this information for yourself if you choose to. And I try not to push my merch too much on you guys, but if you want to get any official Skullzi merch for the holiday season, I just added a hoodie to the new line of merch, and you can get yourself a BS capacity meter t-shirt to let everyone know that your bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0% as well. If you get some merch and send me a screenshot of it over on Twitter or in my email, I'll go ahead and I'll feature it in a future video as well. But let's get to today's information. And we're going to start our adventure right here at our old friend, the current and pending list of all active and pending trademarks filed by ZeniMax, and thus Bethesda Softworks, id Studios, Bethesda Game Studios, Tango, anything underneath that ZeniMax umbrella. And if we search for Starfield, we can find all the active and pending trademarks for Starfield as well. There are some trademarks that are international here, such as the one for Europe right here, and then the one for Canada right here. This trademark is soaked in maple syrup, so be careful, this one's sticky. I have friends who are Canadian, so I can say those jokes. But the one we're going to be talking about in today's video is one of the main two trademarks for Starfield. You can see the ones up here are mostly for merchandise such as clothing and stuff like that, but the one we're going to be talking about today is this one right here. Now, an important note that we got to take away here is that is not the main mother trademark for Starfield. However, the main mother trademark for Starfield is down here, which I believe also involves all of the like collector's edition stuff for a special edition bundle for Starfield, because you can see like figurines and decorative products and leather and stuff are included in this trademark. But this trademark right here, the one we're going to be talking about in today's video, is for Starfield as a game as well, because it has Class 9 and Class 41 classifications, which means it's a video game. And the update that I'm going to be talking about in today's video that is specifically for this trademark will also no doubt carry over to this trademark, as this trademark is due for an update, just like the one we're talking about in today's video. Now, to get to the new information, you have to take the serial number for this trademark and go over to the official United States Patent and Trademark Office database. If you do some Nick Valentine stuff, you can discover all of the file documents and procedures for this trademark. And the update we're going to be focusing on in today's video is in the prosecution history right here. And this update took place on December 11th, 2020, which is like 4 days from the day that I'm uploading this video and recording this audio. And you can see the update in question involves the 4th extension to the Starfield trademark, or at least the Starfield trademark being filed. Now, real quick, for those that don't know how all this works, I'll go ahead and explain it in like 30 to 60 seconds, so those of you who are up to date with these procedures don't have to sit through a long process, because I did cover this in previous videos. But the way this extension thing works is when a trademark basically enters the main stage of the trademark process before the trademark is finalized and the product related to the trademark is released, in this case Starfield, or to explain it more simply, once Starfield entered the main procedures of the trademark process, Bethesda has 6 months to prove to the United States Patent and Trademark Office that they have a game, that they have Starfield related to this trademark that is basically almost ready to be sold on the market. If they're unable to do that in that 6-month period, Bethesda is allowed to take 5 extensions to extend their 6-month period, and each extension is another 6 months. And you can see that they just used their 4th extension, which means they have this one and the 5th extension left, and that's it, meaning they have a year from the date of December 11th to get Starfield ready to be released. And that is actually interesting because that lines up perfectly with when most people in the community would assume Starfield would have been released anyway. I believe Starfield will be released in November of 2021, and it seems like this Trademark documentation lines up perfectly with that release date window. And if Bethesda for some reason can't get the game ready in time before the 5th extension is expired, then they actually have to go through the entire trademark process to refile this specific Starfield trademark, which is expensive, and even though they can afford that, they'd have to pay more attorney fees, they'd have to go through the process all over again. And I believe that leaves the name Starfield up for grabs for another company to file a trademark and actually maybe beat Bethesda's refiling to the punch and actually have the rights to the name Starfield. While the chances of that are very low, it still is indicative of the fact that Bethesda or any company would not want to file a trademark just to let it expire. They want to get their product, they want to get their game out before the 5th extension is up, and the 5th extension would be up in December of 2021. Now, like I said earlier, there is a main mother trademark for this, what I believe to be the main trademark representing all of Starfield, or at least the main Starfield game product, if not just a special edition. But to show you real quick just how relative this update to this other trademark is, we could search a documentation on the main trademark for the special edition, and you can see it should kind of line up around the same time, because the 3rd trademark will be getting filed any day now, because the 2nd one was filed in June, which means the 3rd should be filed at some point in December, probably here in a few days. Now, this main mother trademark is actually one extension ahead of the other trademark that I just talked about, which was this one right here, which means that this trademark's 5th extension would actually expire in June of 2022, but I don't think Bethesda is going to release Starfield in June or the first half of 2022, especially because this other trademark expires in December of 2021, so I believe that maybe this trademark actually just got filed with a little bit of leeway because, as we all realized from the great canvas bag shortage from the Fallout 76 Special Edition fiasco, Bethesda may want to give an extra 6-month buffer for their Special Edition just in case some of the products involved in this Special Edition have some kind of like shortages like the canvas bag thing did. You can see there is probably a lot of stuff in this Special Edition for Starfield. You can see there's probably keychains, you can see there looks like trading cards or milk bottle caps, which is a kind of weird thing, also leather documents and stuff, wallets, collectible statues of plastic, so that totally shows us that this is for a special edition of Starfield, lunch boxes, beverage glasswares, and just basically other generic classifications for just merchandise that we would see in this special edition. But either way, that's basically everything I wanted to talk about in today's video. You can see that this game trademark for Starfield is set to expire in November of 2021, which basically lines up perfectly with when everyone expects, or at least mostly everyone expects, Starfield to be released as well. And you can see that the special edition version of Starfield seems to have a 6-month extra buffer just in case something goes wrong with the merchandise, which is smart. I'm glad Bethesda Game Studios are actually trying to take extra precautions against the issues they've had in the past. But either way, that's everything I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully this helps you kind of square away when you can expect to see Starfield. Even though this is a bit speculative, it is more confirmable information because these are actual trademark procedures that every company has to file. But either way, let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the latest uploads. And if you want to help grow the channel and the community, be sure to share this video, as sharing videos is the best way to help grow a channel and a community, and I greatly appreciate anyone that does that. And speaking of appreciation, I love everybody who is on this list because they have brought you this video through their extra support for the channel. If you want to be awesome like these people and get your name added to this list, as well as get VIP access over on the official Skullzi Discord server and some other awesome awards, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all these and more are down in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when Starfield might just launch with less bugs than Cyberpunk 2077. Imagine the community's change of heart then.